I was worried that I wouldn't be able to cope. And I know now that whatever I want, I can get help.
It's one of the high points in our week to be able to look forward to and know that somebody's coming to have a chat and give us some relief.
Knowing that actually Caroline's coming in and is going to take her out for 3 hours, it's wonderful, just a peace of mind knowing.
Anyone who's looking out for somebody else, whether it's friend or family, for a few hours a week or 24 hours a day, they're taking a caring role. Taw Torridge Caring offer a service for unpaid family carers so that they can take a break away from their caring responsibilities. And the way it works is that we have trained and experienced carer response workers who are introduced to a family who will then stay with the looked after person to enable the carer just to get out and about.
I'm Sophie Evans, I'm a care response worker for Taw Torridge Caring, and today I'll be visiting Ron and Margaret, who I see regularly.
Hello, Sophie.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, yes, and you?
Yeah, well, thank you.
Margaret's suffered from Parkinson's for about 16 years now, perhaps a bit more. I've got you. And it wasn't until about 2 or 3 years ago when it began to deteriorate, to a point when she was having hallucinations, and that's when the dementia set in as well.
Do you look forward to them coming to see you?
Yes, I do, because in a connection with the outside world, really.
Oh, look, this is lovely.
When somebody first gets in touch with us, I'll visit to get to know the family, get a feel for who they are, what their interests are, and at the same time through my mind I'll be thinking of the right person to introduce to them, because that match is really important. And it's also important that it's the same person visiting each week, particularly if you've got someone with dementia, for example, and that familiarity can build a really strong, trusting relationship, and many people become firm friends over time. We've got some workers who are quite specialised in working with people with dementia. Really valuable for them to remember who they are, to go back to a time when they have very good and strong memories often, and to enjoy that process. Alternatively, in the home they might play games, do jigsaws, or just be there for quiet companionship. That can be very reassuring for a cared for person. They may also, on outings, go to a cafe. Cream teas are very popular, I find, or go to galleries, gardens. This is where it's so important to know what those interests are of the cared for person, so we're doing something that's going to be a really positive experience for them.
Really from day one, you know, they came out and introduced who Mum was going to actually have taking her out, and instantly there was a bond, and it was just nice to be told that even if there wasn't a bond, not to be offended that they will find somebody else that there was a bond. I mean, we were actually very lucky indeed that the first person that came was Caroline, and Mum thoroughly enjoys it and really looks forward to every Wednesday. And Caroline and my mother, between them, think of somewhere to go, and that's it, they're off, and it's lovely.
I think she enjoys going out doing something different. It's nice sometimes to go out with someone who's not involved in your family, and you can relax and chat about other things that you may not be always wanting to talk to your immediate family sometimes.
She never lets me do anything that she thinks is going to be dangerous. She's there right on the spot. If it's my stick, I want to drop it or something, or getting into the car, anything that's of help to me, she's there. Which in fact, I think, sometimes I think she's like one of the family.
All of our staff go through an interview process, and all the appropriate legal checks, and then they're trained and supported as they continue with us. They receive a full handbook that tells them all about the expectations of a quality service in terms of confidentiality, health and safety, awareness, first aid, all of the things that we would expect them to have at the front of their mind while they're there with their person they're sitting with.
Any tips? I get the enjoyment of seeing all sorts of different people. You know, I love seeing people, and to know that I'm being helpful and supportive, and everybody's different. So it's nice to be in lots of different environments, and to, you know, to be encouraging and motivating, and to be there for support, but also to just, you know, have a chat about everything and anything. I find it ever so interesting.
When I first realised that Peter had got dementia, I was quite annoyed, to be honest, because that's the end of our life as I'd known it. And now, from being a bit annoyed about this happening, it set my mind at rest.
It's just the thought that somebody outside the family is caring. And you know, obviously she's got different hobbies and things, and it's nice to be talking to somebody with, you know, who's very friendly.
As a service, we know we can make a difference in people's lives. However, it sometimes can be really difficult for people to accept that help. Carers can often feel guilty about receiving this kind of a service, but it really is okay to take that time out. It's more than okay, it's essential to take that time out to maintain their resources. That's where, as a service, we like to be able to offer them the service before they reach that crisis point. So we're supporting the health and well-being of the carer, whose own health frequently deteriorates, and also perhaps preventing a premature and unwanted move to residential care for the cared for.
I think about it all day Monday, and I wake up on Tuesday and jump out of bed and I think, I'm going out. And sometimes my friend will say, oh, we haven't had any treats. I say, this is a treat for me, it's just wonderful, I'm out.